Yo, what's up? Just on a family vacation here. Man, when it comes to growing a YouTube channel, I wanted to share about one of the challenges that I've had. And by that I mean, I'm like 600 subscribers in. I have a business that trucks along without YouTube, yet YouTube has been something that I've actually wanted to do for some time. And I've struggled with the direction at which I want to take my YouTube channel, because my business doesn't necessarily rely upon it, but it would benefit from it. And I think when you have a business offering, that is like one thing. And in my case, I have so many different topics that I'm deeply interested in that are completely unrelated to my main and core business offering that I want to share ideas around or thoughts around, because I've spent so much time studying and deepening into those things. It becomes a difficult challenge. And I think if you are a creator today, like one of the most powerful things that you could do, and I'm like kind of reminding myself here, is that there's the personality that sits behind the brand that is as important as the offering. So when I think about this, in my business, we have an offering, and the traditional way of doing marketing would be to have a niche in a market. And when you have a niche in a market, you can go and get customers. For example, if I was to, I help gyms in my primary offer, but let's just play devil's advocate here. And let's say I was a marketer for dental practices that help them get veneer clients, as an example. My brother-in-law is a dentist, and we do some marketing for him in that sense, just to help him out. But let's say that was my core offering. Well, the traditional way to do that would be to run ads like, hey, if you're a dentist practice and you want more veneer patients guaranteed in the next month, we'll help you. And you could really build a business that way. But the problem with it is that you end up in a situation where the next person that comes across saying the same thing, that maybe has a superior offer or better results or something along those lines, you're just in a noisy marketplace. You aren't standing out. Somebody offers a cheaper service. Let's say, for example, you're working with a dental practice, you crush it for 3 months, which usually happens with agencies. And then like month 4 and 5 and 6, it gets really sticky. The owner of the dental practice starts to get like itchy feet and is starting to look at other alternatives. And then he sees somebody else in his newsfeed and goes, you know what? I'm not really happy with this agency. Let me go and try this other person. That's the problem with traditional niche-based marketing, where you are choosing a niche, you're choosing a market, and you have an offering that solves a problem. Now, I think the era that we're in here, if you truly want to like stand out, it doesn't matter what you have, whether it's a gym, whether it's a dental practice, whether it's an agency, whether you're a coach, a consultant, a creator, like whatever business, there is the market that you serve, there is the problem that you solve, and there's a personality behind the brand. And we've transcended the market-based offering. Like 7-8 years ago, you could throw up a landing page, say, hey, I'll get you 15 to 30 new patients every single month guaranteed, or you don't pay a penny, right? You could do that. You could get customers and you could keep people a long time. There are just so many people doing that right now that it's extremely difficult. And so I think, well, I know for a fact that you have to really consider like, who is the market that you serve and what problem are you solving, but like, what do you actually stand for and believe behind all of that? Because I know for sure a lot of my clients, bearing in mind a lot of my clients have, my top 20 Stripe paying customers paid me over £1 million collectively. That hasn't happened by chance. That has happened because of the personality behind the brand. And it's been a very intentional thing that I've done over time to build really deep relationships. Not that I force people. I don't have contracts or retainers. I simply ask for a month's notice. That's all I ask for my clients. And yet I have retention levels that outshine the majority of the marketplace because of the depth of relationship that I build with my clients and the layers at which I go to that are beyond the standard, I'll help you get customers for your business. And so we're in a really interesting place. And again, I just want to reiterate, it doesn't matter what you offer, who you offer it to, in which way, niche market, vertical, fitness, B2C, B2B, whatever it is, there is the personality that sits behind the brand, and that's one of the most important things that you could do. Like, can you establish your values, your beliefs, your thoughts, your ideas, your rambles that line up with IP that solve a problem for a marketplace? Because I'm telling you right now, people don't just buy services and programs, they buy the person that provides the service and the program. That is the way in which you're going to retain more people for longer, building personal relationships with people in a way that feels natural, organic, unique, and different, and continuing to grow and evolve as a human, continuing to grow and evolve as a person, continuing to grow and evolve as a leader, to deepen your relationship with the people that are in your programs. And again, this does not detail to the offering. So how does this come back to YouTube? My challenge has been, sometimes I think we get disheartened by like the amount of subscribers we get, or the views, or the likes, or the comments. And the reality is, to build a business in today's world is that it's less important to think about the volume of people. Like, you don't need hundreds of thousands of views and hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Obviously that helps, right? That helps a lot. You don't need that. You got to think about the hundreds and 200s and 300s of people that are watching your videos, consuming them, and actually receiving value. Because ultimately, we aren't in, a mass volume game. Most of you aren't getting thousands of customers a month. Most of you need 6 to 10 customers. And so by creating a YouTube video that like 200 of your perfect ideal people watch, that you share across on your social media channels, that allows you to deepen and build a relationship with those people, will have a massive benefit. Like, the more that happens, right? This relationship building through a medium such as video, it's so important. And I've seen it firsthand. I've seen in direct correlation the ease at which I enroll people into my programs based on the long form content that I create and people receive value from. And this is as much a reminder to me as it is to you that you shouldn't be dissuaded by the minimal likes and minimal comments and minimal subscribers. Of course, we all want more. I do too, and it's one of the reasons why I don't get so frequent with my YouTube content, is that I'm like, it's like another thing that I have to do that doesn't feel like it's going in the right direction that I wanted to. But it's the consistency. It's the repeated, consistent, imperfect videos that you put out there that will continue to serve your market and deepen that. So yes, continue to have your niche-based solution. I mean, again, like my brother-in-law's a dentist. If he was doing more content like this, I'm sure he would get more customers as well based on that, right? And he does a lot of content too, but I'm just saying as an example, gym owners, if you continue to do long-form content, share with people what it's like to be inside of your facility and to feel what it's like to be part of your world, you will get more customers more easily. Because on the surface, when we're just marketing out there in the world, if we're just looking like everyone else, sounding like everyone else, saying what everyone else is saying, it's going to be extremely difficult to stand out, especially as we move forward into 2026. We're in a whole new era with AI and everything else that's going on. So just understand that the 50 views that you get, the 75 views that you get on a channel, it doesn't matter. Don't be dissuaded by it. I have to continually remind myself of that, because I know there is a direct correlation between this style of content that I do and the relationship that I build with my clients. And reminder to self, reminder to you that you should just create from your heart, share your personality, share what you do, share how you do it. That is the most important thing that you can do in 2025 and beyond to establish yourself as a different voice in the market, in the bloody seas. Because once somebody buys into you, they will buy into your program way more easily, and price becomes almost irrelevant. I mean, I'd say, there is a cap at most markets, but price is one of the most elastic things in the world. And if you're just offering a simple solution, I'll help you do this and this without this, that is like tier one. You're competing with everyone else. It's going to be price sensitive. But once you start going into the upper echelon of that, is like, here's who I am and here's what I do, and then you start building relationship with people, then it becomes game over. Like, it becomes easier to enroll people, and the level at which you're able to enroll people, you can start charging thousands instead of hundreds. And that's the difference. Create content, share your values, share your personality, share your mission, your vision, your whole persona with the world more so, and you will find it easier to get clients. Peace.